Hey all, welcome back to Smokey and Giraffe's Variety Show. Today we're going to take our shot at making Smokey's Crustless low-carb quiche, but we're going to do a different variety. We are going to 86 the tomato sauce, and we're going to put in some vegetables, and even top it with some pepperoni at the very end. So we have 14 eggs that we've beat already. We've added 4 cups of shredded cheese. We're using Mexican style cheese with, I think it's cheddar. And we're also adding half a cup of chopped onions, about maybe half a cup, if not a full cup, of green pepper. We have a big can, a large can of mushroom stems and pieces. Toss that in. We also have 1.5 cups of mayonnaise and heavy whipping cream, so 3 cups altogether. And then after that, we'll add some spices. 1 teaspoon of pepper, 1 teaspoon of Italian seasoning, and a tablespoon of chili powder. And we'll mix that up. And then we have our grease glass pan right here, about 8 by 13, kind of deep. And we have our oven on 375. We're just pre-warming right now. The recipe calls for 350, but our oven kind of runs a little cooler, so we have ours at 375. All right, so we decided to pour our egg mixture into our grease pan. Now we're going to place it in the oven for about an hour or until the center becomes nice and firm when jiggled. Now we put it on top of a pan just in case there's any, in case it overflows for some odd reason. It shouldn't, but I like to keep that handy just in case it goes all over the bottom of the oven. That is not fun. All right, so we have that in there for about 1 hour. All right, it's been about an hour. Let's go ahead and pull our quiche out of the oven. Okay, so you notice that when I shake the pan, nothing jiggles, which means it's pretty much done. So we'll go ahead and pull this out. Oh, it's a little heavy. And now we're going to go ahead and place pepperoni over half of the pizza with some shredded cheese. All right, so I mentioned before we would put a pepperoni over half of the pizza. I meant the quiche, but it smells so much like pizza, that's why I had to mention it. And of course, we're going to take our shredded cheese and we're going to place that over the entire quiche. There we go. We have shredded cheese over the entire quiche. Now we're going to throw it back into the oven for about 5 or 10 minutes, just for the shredded cheese to melt a little bit. Alrighty. Finally, took this out of the oven. Here's our quiche. Wish we had smell vision, but the cheese has definitely melted over the pepperoni. And we're going to go ahead and throw this into the, well, we're going to actually keep it here on the stone counter to let it cool off for a little bit, and then we're going to throw it into the fridge just so that it cools off for maybe about 20 to 30 minutes. Otherwise, when we cut into the quiche, it's going to mush all together. It's going to be like one big plop of lasagna or something. So we've pulled out our quiche after about a half hour in the fridge, and look how solid it has become. It's not mushy anymore, and it's easier to cut, and it will come out easier as well. So this will last us for about 2 nights. It has about 8 pieces, and it's so rich and filling that it won't take much to fill us up. So our quiche has deflated a little bit, but it came out very nice and thin. We're going to place some sour cream over it and some picante sauce. For this recipe and others, don't forget to check us out on Amazon.com. Smokey and Giraffe's low-carb kitchen recipes. Until next time, bon appetit. Mwah.